Making sure modern-day climate solutions technologies across the board are accurate and efficient is paramount and is the cornerstone of quality control and safety. DEKRA is a world-leading association in the fields of testing, inspection and certification in a multitude of industry sectors, ensuring safety, security and sustainability on the road, at home and at work. I sat down at the COP28 talks here in Dubai to talk to the CEO of DEKRA, Stan Zurkowitz. There have been a lot of positive conversations so far here at COP28. What part of the discussion are you looking to get into and why are you here?
So this is the first time that DEKRA is formally represented at the COP events. We are here to engage with government stakeholders, with multinational organizations, with customers. DEKRA has put sustainability center stage of its mission, center stage of its purpose, and that's one of the reasons why we're here in Dubai at COP.
Very much looking forward to hearing much more about your company. Let's take this over to the studio for more.
Looking forward.
Stan, great to have you here at COP28. Let's start off with your company DEKRA and exactly what you do. I know that you started off in the automotive industry and that's sort of led straight on to safety services as well. So explain a little bit more for us.
That's correct, and pleasure to be here. So DEKRA started almost 100 years ago. So in fact, in a couple of years' time, we will be celebrating our 100th anniversary. And we were, as you pointed out, founded by the automotive industry stakeholders in Germany, in Berlin. And the reason why DEKRA was set up was to provide safety to then still emerging German automotive industry. So DEKRA has been defined in terms of safety for over 9 decades, serving automotive industry to start with, but also diversifying subsequently to other industrial verticals.
Tell us a little bit more about those industrial verticals and the different sectors that you focus on right now, and maybe the different sectors that have evolved over time as well that are quite niche.
So it's, of course, the automotive industry is still the largest segment that we serve, accounts for roughly half of our global turnover of 4 billion euro. However, we're serving the energy industry, nuclear energy, among others, renewable energy. We are serving medical industry. We're serving consumer electrical and electronic industry, chemical industry, so many industry verticals, with safety being this red line that connects all the dots.
I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to new and evolving technology and, especially fast evolving technology. And in this era of fast technological progress, how can we trust the technology that comes about and how do you complement that?
That's exactly what we do. So as independent third-party organization that we are, we provide safety when it comes to technology development and technology implementation. Safety, security, but of course also increasingly in the sustainability space, we need to deploy various technologies in order to help us achieve net zero, to help us achieve energy transition, transformation of the mobility from the combustion engine to carbon-free mobility. So technological acceptance can only happen when societies, when the governments, when consumers are confident that this is happening in a safe and secure way. And this is where DEKRA comes into play.
Tell us more about safety within sustainability then as well, and how that's evolved and how you support that going forward as well.
So as I said, we've been all about safety for over 9 decades, but a couple of years ago, we made a very, I would say, consequential decision to broaden our vision, to broaden our purpose. And in addition to safety, we have also included security. And in security, I mean cybersecurity, so the digital aspect of safety, but also sustainability. And the reason we included security is that we have recognized that many of the objects with which we interact, whether these are vehicles or these are products, they are assets, they are increasingly software defined and they are increasingly wirelessly connected. And it's very difficult for an object that is software defined and wirelessly connected to be safe without being cyber secured. But we have also added the sustainability aspect to our vision, to our purpose, because we have recognized that this is one of the greatest challenges facing mankind, facing humanity. And we feel that with our technical expertise, with our service portfolio, we are able to help to accelerate the climate action. And this is also one of the reasons why we are here.
So how do you think modern technology is going to provide a path for a more sustainable future?
So technology is absolutely indispensable in our view in order to decarbonize, in order to accelerate climate action. If we look at the energy transition that needs to take place, I mean, we have to move away from the fossil fuels. We have to embrace solar, we have to embrace wind, we have to embrace hydrogen. So this is just one of the examples where technology will play a major role. Of course, the transportation industry, where we are one of the largest players, the transportation industry has to move away from the internal combustion engines towards e-mobility, again towards hydrogen, towards maybe e-fuels. So technology is an indispensable part of the solution to the challenge that we are all facing.
So when do you expect to see a full transformation of the transport automotive sector with upcoming technology and different sort of fuels and things? What's your prediction around that?
So the technologies that we need to achieve that transformation are already available today. It's just a question of how bold we are with deploying those technologies. And of course, for those technologies to be accepted by the societies, to be accepted by consumers, those societies and consumers have to be confident that those technologies are safe, that they are secure. Think about hydrogen, think about e-mobility, and this is one of the areas where we can play an important role.
So what exactly is DEKRA's approach when it comes to real climate action, and what are your sort of long-term sustainability goals within that?
Of course, we can make the biggest contribution to decarbonization and to accelerating climate action with the services that we can offer to the governments, the services that we can offer to industrial stakeholders. However, of course, we ourselves, as responsible corporate citizens, we are taking actions in order to lead the way, in order to be a front runner. So we have aligned our own sustainability strategy with the science-based approach, consistent with the 1.5 degree global warming. And we have also embraced some of the very innovative methods of doing so. We have introduced carbon tax internally within the organization, where we incentivize our operating entities, incentivize our profit centers to reduce their carbon emissions. And with the money that we raise via this carbon tax, we created a climate fund that we invest in the most impactful climate projects around the world.
Could you maybe tell us a bit more about those projects? Any good examples of what you've invested in that avenue?
So, for example, today we have met with UNICEF. UNICEF is one of the organizations supporting the children around the world. But of course, children are also heavily impacted by climate change. And one of the exploratory discussions we've been having with UNICEF is to what extent DEKRA could support that process.
So some great conversations already here at COP28. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us that brilliant update. Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.